What's going on, guys? My name is Wade with TechDaily. So one of the most important tech items in our homes that often doesn't get a whole lot of attention is the Wi-Fi router. And when you think about it, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So many things require a fast, stable internet connection, from computers and phones to the various smart gadgets scattered around. And if you haven't changed out your router in a few years, you could be paying for internet speeds that you aren't even utilizing. Fortunately, TP-Link has a wide range of Wi-Fi products that are easy to set up and use, deliver the fastest possible internet speeds, and with the new Wi-Fi 6E standard, these products also allow you to future-proof your setup in a way, ensuring that you've got the best in-home network for all your devices for years to come. TP-Link was kind enough to sponsor this video, and they sent over a whole bunch of their Wi-Fi router products for us to check out. We'll be taking a look at the standalone Archer AXE75, a tri-band Wi-Fi 6E router, as well as a few of their Deco mesh Wi-Fi systems, including the Deco XE75 and XE75 Pro, both AXE5400 tri-band mesh Wi-Fi systems, which I've personally been using as my in-home setup, and the Deco X55, an AX3000 whole home mesh Wi-Fi system. I'll leave links to each one of these down below in the video description if you'd like to check them out for yourself, as well as a discount code so you can save a little money too. Now, I first want to go over Wi-Fi 6E and TP-Link's Archer AXE75 Wi-Fi 6E router. Wi-Fi 6E is the newest universal standard designated for devices that operate in the 6 GHz band, an entirely new Wi-Fi spectrum. Until now, Wi-Fi generally operated on 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz, but the Wi-Fi 6E standard has various features to improve the efficiency and data throughput of your wireless network and reduce latency for those two other bands. Wi-Fi 6E extends the capacity, efficiency, coverage, and performance benefits of Wi-Fi 6 into the 6 GHz band for even better network capability and performance. With a router like TP-Link's Archer AXE75, you can take full advantage of the newer, faster 6 GHz band along with the standard 2.4 and 5 GHz bands. That's the idea behind its tri-band distinction. And with all three network bands working together, you can achieve combined speeds of up to 5400 megabits per second if your ISP supports it. By the way, I always recommend running some speed tests to see what your hardware is actually giving you versus what you're paying for via your internet service providers. If you have gigabit internet, for example, but don't have a proper Wi-Fi router like this one, you could be paying for internet speeds that you aren't even using, and that's reason enough to upgrade. The Archer AXE75 is a super simple plug-and-play standalone Wi-Fi 6E router that's perfect for apartments, small office spaces, or standard-sized homes. TP-Link actually offers some of the easiest setup in the industry, so within minutes you can get your entire network up and running. This AXE5400 device is definitely a pretty wild-looking router. It's got 6 high-performance antennas sticking out all around it for enhanced coverage, and you can turn and tilt these in any direction you need. Around back, you'll find your WAN and power ports, power button, various LED, WPS, and Wi-Fi buttons, along with a reset switch, and 4 dedicated LAN ports for a super fast wired connection. There's a USB 3.0 port on the side, an array of LED indicator lights across the front to let you know which network bands are running, and also the overall status of your network and Wi-Fi connection. And as far as the setup goes, TP-Link makes things super simple, with an easy-to-follow step-by-step process done through their Tether app, which is available for both iOS and Android. The router itself requires just a power plug and Ethernet cable. Plug the power cable into the wall, the Ethernet cable into the WAN port, and your cable modem, and then the app will walk you through the rest of the setup, which includes automatically creating your network and setting the name and password. The app shows you pretty much all the information you need to manage your home network. You can see all 3 Wi-Fi bands, 2.4 GHz, 5 GHz, and 6 GHz, and adjust the settings for each. You can monitor the safety and security of the network via TP-Link's Home Shield Pro subscription, set up a guest network, enable parental controls, and dive deep with even more advanced network settings for those of you who are a little more technical than I am. The Archer AXE75 is a really great standalone router for delivering the fastest Wi-Fi speeds from the most up-to-date network standards available. And actually, unlike a lot of other state-of-the-art Wi-Fi 6E products on the market now, TP-Link offers this at a really reasonable price, about $200 before the discount code. It's definitely one of the easiest and more affordable ways to get into the world of Wi-Fi 6E, ensure you're getting the most out of your home network, and really future-proof your Wi-Fi. Now, if you really want to expand the overall coverage of your Wi-Fi network, maybe you have a larger home, an office space, multiple floors, or just happen to have a random room that has poor Wi-Fi connection, then TP-Link's Deco mesh Wi-Fi products are the answer for you. I've personally been using their Deco XE75 Pro, They also have the regular Deco XE75, and both are an AXE5400 mesh Wi-Fi system. And I'll explain the differences in just a second, along with the Deco X55, which is actually a Wi-Fi 6 system, but you're still going to get a ton of benefits with speed and coverage. The Deco XE75 and XE75 Pro are dual router mesh systems, and with the Pro, you get the added benefit of up to 2.5 gigabits per second wired network support. So for gaming, for example, plugging directly into the Ethernet port is going to give you incredibly fast speeds. Both these systems can deliver a Wi-Fi network that spans some 5,500 square feet and connects up to 200 devices at once, with combined network speeds up to 5,400 megabits per second. And if you need a bit more coverage than that, the Deco X55 expands your coverage to up to 6,500 square feet with a 3-pack router option. Again, the difference here is slightly lower network and speed capabilities and total device support with just the regular Wi-Fi 6 standard, but for a vast majority of home and office spaces, this setup would be just as good as the XE75. It just depends on what your needs are for your home network. One of the things that draws me back to TP-Link, like I said, is the easy setup process for all of their mesh Wi-Fi systems. Inside the box, you're given everything you need to get connected in just a few minutes. I'm going to show you the Deco XE75 Pro here. This is a 2-pack mesh Wi-Fi system, like I said. So you first get 2 identical TP-Link routers. One you'll use to connect to your cable modem, and the other you can place somewhere else in your home or office to expand that Wi-Fi network. You'll also notice printed on this smaller package here a 4-step instruction guide for getting started. That's seriously all the steps it takes to get up and running. And inside this little box are the last few accessories you'll need. There's 2 power plugs for each of your Wi-Fi routers, an Ethernet cable if you need one, and an actual instruction booklet, though, like I said, the only instructions you'll really need are printed right there on the box. The actual Wi-Fi routers themselves are pretty straightforward, and to be honest, they look good too. I actually don't mind having these out on a table or desk. They are a pretty minimal design, which I like. They are both identical, so it doesn't matter which one is your main modem connected router and which one is your secondary router. Around back, they each have their designated power ports along with 3 Ethernet ports, so you could theoretically have 5 additional wired connections plus your WAN connection. At the bottom there's some ventilation, the reset button, and your LED indicator light, which helps you with the setup process and lets you know if your network is functioning properly. Once again, the setup is done primarily through TP-Link's app. This time it's their Deco app, which is available for both iOS and Android. And this is also where you'll control all of the settings of your home network. The whole process is very easy, and following the on-screen instructions, all it really asks you to do is plug in the power to the router, connect it to your cable modem, place your mesh point in some other suitable spots around your home or office, and then the app will automatically create your mesh Wi-Fi network. You can of course change the name and password of your network, which I recommend you do right away, and for me, the whole process took less than 5 minutes. The TP-Link app has a few additional features and options that can help you get the most of your new setup. For starters, you can of course see every device currently connected to your network and the data usage for each one too. You can set up a separate guest network if you need. You can check the security and safety of your network via TP-Link's premium Home Shield Pro subscription add-on. There's parental control options as well, and a number of advanced features and settings for power users to really get the most of the network. And just like the Archer AXE75 from earlier, the Deco XE75 Pro also offers tri-band network capabilities with Wi-Fi 6E support. So you'll notice 3 separate network frequencies, 2.4, 5, and 6 gigahertz bands, all of which you can enable or disable individually. I would personally just enable them all and connect, say, some less important or less network dependent devices to the 2.4 gigahertz band, free up the 5 gigahertz band for gaming, streaming, video calls, and other bandwidth heavy stuff. And with the 6 gigahertz band, you can either set it up as a dedicated backhaul to act as a direct wireless connection between each node of the mesh network, or if you have devices that support it, you can set it up as its own dedicated third Wi-Fi band. Some of the newest smartphones like Google Pixel 7 Pro and Samsung S22 Ultra, or one of the newest top-of-the-line gaming laptops, can all likely take advantage of this new Wi-Fi 6E band, which will deliver some of the fastest and most reliable network connections that are currently available. With a mesh system like this that incorporates the newest Wi-Fi 6E standard, you are essentially future-proofing your network setup. The Wi-Fi technology is actually barely 2 years old. There's less than a few hundred total devices that currently fully support the 6E standard right now, but before long, every new piece of tech is likely going to support it. So rather than playing catch up with your Wi-Fi, you're pretty much getting a head start, and that's kind of the whole point of this. These are truly the best Wi-Fi 6E routers on the market in terms of performance and price, and in addition to all that, you're going to have an incredibly reliable mesh network for casual everyday internet needs that, with the help of AI, automatically learns and adapts to your network environment and customizes the optimal Wi-Fi flow for everything in your home. Most importantly, even though you are literally getting the latest and greatest Wi-Fi tech that's available right now, you aren't going to be spending a ton of money. All of TP-Link's Wi-Fi 6 and 6E products are affordable yet state-of-the-art, and they offer the fastest available speeds with the latest technology, all for a fraction of the price of the competition. Like I mentioned, I've personally been a TP-Link user for a while now. Their products have been solid, reliable, easy to use, and I can't recommend them enough. So there you go, those are some of the latest and greatest Wi-Fi products from TP-Link. What do you guys think? Will you be upgrading your Wi-Fi setup anytime soon? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts, of course. And don't forget to use my discount code in the description box down below if you're interested in any of these. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Be sure to follow TechDaily on Twitter and subscribe to the TechDaily YouTube channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys later.